We are getting ready for Knightrider hockey tonight on KNOX Live Sports. Hopping on a little bit before our scheduled start time. Pre-game show should start at 6:30. Doing a quick test of the audio. Pre-game show starting at 6:30. Puck drop at 7. All right, we're going to continue to test this audio out. It seems like we're at a pretty good level once again, just getting ready for Knightrider hockey tonight on a Friday night at the Blue Line Club Iceplex on KNOX. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. We'll start our pregame show at 6:30. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on a Friday night. My name is Sam Jensen. I'll be doing the play-by-play coverage for the Knightriders matchup against West Fargo United. The first time these two teams have played each other this season, and we have it for you on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We have a full pregame show ahead of us. This pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you, as well as Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. The first meeting between these two teams in the 2025-2026 season, but it was a season ago that West Fargo United, the 7 seed, upset Grand Forks, the 2 seed, in the state tournament at the Ralph Engelstead Arena, one of the highest seeds that the Knightriders have had going into a state tournament. They outshot West Fargo United 40-something. It was 40-8 essentially, is basically what I had heard from head coach Kelly Kilgore. I was the one who brought up last year's matchup, and if that's bulletin board material for the Knightriders, he said not so much. However, it's a great storyline for us to talk about. That happened a year ago. West Fargo United ended up going on to the championship game. They lost to Bismarck High / Bismarck Legacy 3-0 in that championship. Grand Forks ultimately went on to win the consolation championship. And these two teams will play once more before postseason play. They will close out the regular season on February 19th in West Fargo. So this is the first of 2 meetings between the Knightriders and West Fargo United, a co-op between West Fargo High School and West Fargo Cheyenne. And we're making our way through the Signature Graphics True North Equipment pregame show. Grand Forks off to another good start this year. This is a great matchup. The number 4 and the number 5 teams in the state of North Dakota girls high school hockey coming into tonight's action. We'll pull up our drive for the title. This drive for the title is brought to you by Acme Tools, your local Kubota dealer. And you'll notice on the drive for the title, Grand Forks, this will show their record in the state of North Dakota. It will show you 7-2 for the Knightriders, and then for West Fargo United, they're 6-3. However, Grand Forks and West Fargo United have both played teams from Minnesota, so the overall record for the Knightriders is 8-2. West Fargo 6-4. A couple of good wins as of late for the Knightriders. As you'll see on your screen, they've defeated Bismarck Century. They beat Bismarck Century by a score of 3-1, and then also took down Fargo Davies in their most recent action, beating the Eagles by a score of 4-1. Losses from other teams who were towards the top of the standings for Grand Forks, losing to the perennial power that is Fargo North-South, the Spruans, losing 5-2 in that matchup, and then losing to Bismarck Legacy 7-2, both games that kind of got away from this Knightrider squad. As for West Fargo, sitting at the 5 seed as it stands currently in the North Dakota standings. They have lost to some of those higher seeded teams, Fargo North-South 5-1, and then a lot of close games as well, losing to Bismarck Century 2-1, Fargo Davies 4-3, and then picking up a big win over Bismarck Legacy 4-3. So West Fargo United, with their first-year head coach Kennedy Blair, they've been playing in a lot of close hockey games so far this season. This is a look at our drive for the title. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue on with our pregame show, getting ready for Knightrider hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics, we craft your vision, you watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
We welcome you back to our coverage of North Dakota girls high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're going to continue to make our way through this pregame report, which is brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Get your team wearing branded apparel. And our other pregame sponsor is True North Equipment. True to our values, driven by you, your local John Deere dealer. We'll move right into our next segment of this pregame report, and that is going to be our tools of the game. The tools of the game are going to be brought to you by our partner at State Farm, Logan Karski Agency, drawing up game plans to protect what matters most to you. We'll start off with the visitors, and they are loaded with scoring. They have 4 players all listed on your screen for West Fargo United in double digits so far this season, led by Emma Hassler. Emma Hassler has 6 goals and 8 assists. She leads the team with 14 points. On her tail is Peyton Stocker. Peyton Stocker leads the team in assists. She has 9 assists to go along with 3 goals for 12 points total. Then Kaylee Ogdahl has 11 points. She leads the team in goals with 9 to go along with 2 assists. And then the 4th player for West Fargo United in double digits scoring is Stella Jimberline. Jimberline has 11 points, 4 goals, and 7 assists. And now our tools of the game. We should also mention the goalie for West Fargo United. The goalie is going to be Reagan Wilson. Reagan Wilson is the sophomore starter for West Fargo United. She has a 5-3 record so far this season with a 2.12 goals against average with a save percentage of 89.2. Now moving forward to our tools of the game for the Knightriders now. Starting off with the offensive weapons for Grand Forks. The leading scorer, tied with Emma Hassler with 14 points, some of the leading scorers in the state. Elena Marto, look at that, 13 goals for Marto, the freshman for the Knightriders, to go along with 1 assist. She has 14 points on the season. That will lead the Knightriders. Also in double digits so far this season with an impressive goal total herself is Chesney Sigdahl. Chesney Sigdahl, the senior leader for the Knightriders, has 8 goals and 3 assists to add up to 11 points on the season. And then we also have on our screen Chloe Groven. Chloe Groven, the junior, has 6 points, 2 goals, and 4 assists, as well as Reese Meager. Reese Meager, who has been moved from the blue line to the forward group for the Knightriders, had a conversation with Kelly Kilgore before the start of this broadcast, and she's had an offensive explosion, just full of energy. High drive player is the freshman Reese Meager. She is now on that forward line, number 2, no longer playing defense, and she has proven that decision to be fruitful for the head coach for Grand Forks, Kelly Kilgore. Reese Meager with 6 points, almost all of those coming since her transition from defense to offense. Once again, these are our tools of the game, brought to you by State Farm, Logan Karski Agency, building game plans to protect what matters most to you. Home insurance, car insurance, life insurance. Bundle it all together with Logan at State Farm here in Grand Forks. Also another player who's not listed on your screen that we want to highlight for the Knightriders is their senior goaltender, Kylie Schmaltz. Kylie Schmaltz has some impressive numbers, a 6-2 record for Grand Forks to go along with a 2.4 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. These are your tools of the game, brought to you by State Farm, Logan Karski Agency. We're about just under 15 minutes away from puck drop here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex, getting ready for some North Dakota girls high school hockey. The Knightriders taking on West Fargo United. We're going to take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll continue on with the Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment pregame show.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel. Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our #1.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're 17 minutes away from puck drop on a Friday night here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. The Knightriders getting ready to take on West Fargo United. We're going to continue to make our way through this pregame show. Pregame show once again brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment. We'll go right into our next segment, which is our Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. Stop in today. Very much in the middle of hockey season, but never too late to go in and get some new gear that you put off buying in the off season. Go to Jarrell Sports, the sponsor of our Keys to the Game segment here on KNOX Sports. We'll start off with the visitors, and the #1 bullet point for West Fargo United, a team that is averaging 2.5, or rather 3.4 goals per game. Their power play has been something that's been bothering them all season. Thought it was maybe a typo on the stats page on NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. It has it listed as West Fargo United operating at a 4% success clip on the skater advantage for West Fargo United. So you can imagine why we have that listed as a key to the game for West Fargo United going up against Grand Forks, a game that we expect to be very close. So the margin could definitely be how each team performs on special teams. So that 4% success rate on the power play is something that you do not expect to see from the #5 team in the state, West Fargo United. And then they're going to want to balance the advantage on offense. While we were going through our tools of the game, we mentioned the 4 players who are in double digits of scoring for West Fargo United. And they're going to want to maybe try spread that out a little bit more, get some more pass-first mentality. But it never hurts to put pucks on net, so certainly you don't want to take away from the fire of the players who have been performing rather well so far this season. but you got to imagine head coach Kennedy Blair would like to see her team have a little bit more depth from the scoring perspective. Now our keys of the game for the home team, the Grand Forks Knightriders. It's going to be take a step offensively. Grand Forks is averaging 3.6 goals per game, so a little bit more than West Fargo, but they're starting to take more and more steps. We mentioned it during our Tools of the Game segment again. Reese Meager moving from the blue line to the forward group. That's been a nice boost for the Knightriders offensively, but can they continue to build some more depth? That top line is always dangerous with Ella Bry, Ella Yana, and Elena Marto. Chesney Sigdahl, with Reese Meager and Chloe Groven on that second line doing well themselves. Can you get some more scoring from the back end? Certainly some defensively minded defenders in Dusty Balick, Kiera Botnin, Elizabeth Kilgore, Kendra Kuznia. That top four is very solid for the Knightriders, but can they help provide a boost offensively from the blue line to help support the offensive cause for Grand Forks, and then capitalize on the power play? We talked about this being a very close game, the number 4 and 5 team in the North Dakota girls high school hockey standings. Grand Forks being number 4, West Fargo United being 5, so the margin, like we mentioned, can very much be how you perform on the power play. And right now, Grand Forks' numbers looking a lot better than West Fargo's. West Fargo performing at a 4% success rate on the skater advantage. Grand Forks with a 22.7. Looks like more of a standard percentage that you would expect on the power play from one of the top teams in North Dakota high school hockey. And then on the penalty kill, they're doing rather well there too. 89.7 success rate on the penalty kill compared to West Fargo's 86.4% success rate on the penalty kill. So Grand Forks has the advantage in special teams. Significantly on the power play, West Fargo, that is just an anomaly, them having a 4% success rate on the power play. But still being able to manage to score 3.4 goals per game. Once again, these are our keys to the game, brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. The Zamboni is on the ice. Both teams are back in the locker room, so we are getting closer and closer to puck drop, just 12.5 minutes away inside the Blue Line Ice Club. The Blue Line Club Iceplex. It's taking some time getting used to that, formerly known as Eagles Arena. On a Friday night, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll read you the line charts from both of these teams. This is Knightrider Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto at Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports.
From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're wrapping up this pregame report. Pregame report once again brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We're going to keep chugging along here and read off the starting lineups for both of these teams. We have the complete line charts for both Grand Forks and West Fargo in front of us, so we will read off the entirety of these line charts for you. These starting lineups are brought to you by Forks Fence Company, powered by Greenworks, Grand Forks' #1 fence company. Starting off with the home team, Grand Forks, their starting lineup starting off with forward line #1. The freshman Ella Bree will be the left winger. Centering line 1 is the sophomore Ella Yana. And then the right winger is Elena Marto. Starting on defense on the blue line is Dusty Balick, the senior, alongside her classmate Kiara Botnan. And then in net is Kylie Schmaltz. We mentioned it while we were talking about the tools of the game. Kylie Schmaltz with some impressive numbers in her senior season. She has a 6-2 record with a 2.4 goals against and .902 save percentage. Now moving forward with the remainder of the line chart for the Knightriders. Forward line #2 features senior Chesney Sigdahl, junior Chloe Groven, and the freshman Reese Meager. Line #3 features Paige Meager alongside her classmate of freshman Jocelyn Kuhl and the senior Ava Walsh. And then 2 extra forwards for Grand Forks tonight is the sophomore Chloe Erickson and Nora Lord. Defensive pairing #2 for Grand Forks features juniors Elizabeth Kilgore and Kendra Kuznia. And then the extra defender for the Knightriders tonight is going to be the 8th grader, #10, Hazel O'Connell. Now we'll take a look at our starting lineups, once again brought to you by Forks Fence Company, powered by Greenworks for the visiting team tonight, that is West Fargo United. Starting off with forward line #1 for West Fargo, that's going to feature Emma Hasler, Peyton Stocker, and Kaylee Ogdahl. And then starting on the blue line will be the pairing of Rachel Spanier and #18, Madison Adlin. Starting in net for West Fargo is going to be Reagan Wilson, the sophomore. The remainder of the line chart for West Fargo will now jump over to forward line #2 for West Fargo, and that will feature #9, Reagan Mathias, #3, Olivia Van Dam, and #5, Riley Rude. Forward line #3 features #13, Solus Nelson, #6, Emerson Deedy, and #7, Kalaya Matilla. Forward line #4 from left to right features #23, Peyton Huber, #22, Bailey Scarpole, and #11, Avery Dolan. Once again, these are our starting lineups for both Grand Forks, the home team, playing on the Blue Line Club Iceplex ice sheet against the visitors West Fargo United, a combination of West Fargo High School and West Fargo Cheyenne. This is a matchup, a rematch from the state quarterfinal a season ago. Not a pleasant memory for Knightrider fans and alumni, as the #2 seed Grand Forks got upset by West Fargo United in that game by a score of 2-0, a game where the Knightriders heavily outshot West Fargo, but they ran into a hot goalie and had their championship aspirations come to an end. They ultimately went on to win the championship on the consolation side of the bracket, and West Fargo United advanced all the way to the championship game, ultimately losing to Bismarck Legacy 3-0 in that championship game. We're going to take one final break. We are just 6 minutes away from puck drop here in Grand Forks. This is Knightrider Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, change of routine, or a change of scenery. We'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Grand Forks Knightrider hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. That will wrap up our pregame show. That pregame show was brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life, as well as True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you, your local John Deere dealer. Getting ready for this matchup between Grand Forks and West Fargo. Very solid matchup in North Dakota girls high school hockey, the number 4 and 5 team in the standings as they stand today. We will pull up that segment for you while we have the time. The team skating back out onto the ice after the Zamboni has exited, just over 2.5 minutes away from puck drop here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. There you'll see the standings. Grand Forks at 4, West Fargo United at 5. So if the regular season were to end today, this would be the first round matchup, the quarterfinal round matchup for the second consecutive year. Once again, a sour taste in the Knightriders' mouths after losing to West Fargo a season ago in the state tournament. Looking at the rest of the standings, Fargo North-South, the perennial power. They are undefeated in North Dakota play so far this year. They're tied in the standings. A couple more games have been played by Bismarck High and Bismarck Legacy. Both have 27 points in the standings. Bismarck Century, a team that Grand Forks was able to beat. They beat Bismarck Century in that game by a score of 3-1. They're number 3 in the state with 24 points. Then we have the two teams playing against each other tonight, Grand Forks and West Fargo. And then the number 6 team is Fargo Davies with 16 points. At number 7 is Jamestown with 12. And then the number 8 team, who would be the final team in the state tournament if the season were to end today, that's Mandan. Then on the outside looking in is Minot United, Williston, Dickinson, and Devils Lake. The only other game in action today will be Fargo North-South, that number 1 team in the state, taking on Fargo Davies, another quality opponent, a team that Grand Forks was able to beat earlier this year as well. The Eagles, the Knightriders, were able to defeat Fargo Davies in that game by a score of 4-1. While we're at it, and we still have some time to burn, the starting lineups are being read off by the public address announcer here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. Let's take another look at our tools of the game. These tools of the game brought to you by State Farm Logan Karski Agency, drawing up game plans to protect what matters most to you. And you'll notice the offensive firepower from West Fargo Cheyenne. They have 4 players in double-digit scoring, led by Emma Hasler. She has 14 points. Peyton Stocker has 12. And then Kaylee Ogdahl and Stella Jimberline both have 11 points on the season. Elena Marto, that stat line will jump off the page. 13 goals and 1 assist. 13 goals, that leads the team. Has to be up there in the state standings as well. 14 points, that leads the Knightriders. Chesney Sigdahl has 11. And then Chloe Groven and Reese Meager are tied for 3rd with 6 points each. The starting netminder tonight for Grand Forks is going to be Kylie Schmaltz. That's a player that's not listed on your screen. Kylie Schmaltz, the senior goalie for Grand Forks, has a 6-2 record with a 2.4 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. We're going to take a brief pause here as we play the national anthem inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. We'll be right back with Puck Drop Knightrider Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
We are just moments away from puck drop here in Grand Forks on a Friday night. The Knightriders taking on West Fargo. The Knightriders in their what appears to be new home uniforms. They have that all gray jerseys and socks with red and black trim, black helmets. And then West Fargo United in what I'll put diplomatically as a unique color combination, trying to combine the school colors of West Fargo High School and West Fargo Cheyenne. An exciting matchup in North Dakota girls high school hockey on hand for us tonight. We have it for you on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Not our only broadcast tonight, we have basketball going on over at Grand Forks Red River. Adrian Cummings on the call for a doubleheader between the Rough Riders and West Fargo Cheyenne, the Mustangs in basketball. The girls' game should be going on as we speak. The boys' game to follow, all on one stream, but our focus on this broadcast, of course, will be entirely on what's taking place in front of us. And this is a 4 versus 5 matchup in North Dakota girls high school hockey. And we are underway. It's Yana versus Stalker at center ice. Opening faceoff is controlled by Grand Forks. They have it on the near wall. They push it into the West Fargo zone. They look for a breakout pass to the far side. Not enough for an icing. Back to collect it below her own goal line is Botnin. Botnin tries to go D to D. Nice breakout there for Grand Forks. Yana crosses center ice. Her centering feed to Marto hops over her stick. She chases it to the far wall and will deposit it below the goal line of West Fargo. Balick pinching, holds offensive possession, and then backing her up is Marto. The Knightriders will go for a line change, and that allows West Fargo to get a breakout of their own. Here's Ogdahl, and she's going to throw this one on net from the blue line of Grand Forks. Rebound is collected by Kilgore. Her cross ice pass to the near side, not able to get connected with Sigdahl. That one is going to be broken up by Josephson, and she'll dump it deep back into the Grand Forks end. Grand Forks unable to get that puck out of their own zone. It's in a dangerous area. Finally getting that one out is Balick. She was on the ice for a long stretch of time. Finally, she'll be able to get a line change as Grand Forks dumps this one deep into the attacking end. Back to collect it is Jimberline for West Fargo. She rings it around all the way to the far blue line. Kilgore will hold the zone there for the Knightriders. Breakout pass from West Fargo will exit the zone, comes to the near side. Grand Forks tries to dump deep back into the attacking zone, but it goes into the West Fargo bench, so we will have a stoppage with 15:24 remaining in period number 1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Still 0-0. Center ice faceoff upcoming. Jocelyn Kuhl will win this one back to Kilgore. Clean faceoff draw victory there for Kuhl. West Fargo has it at their own goal line. Spanier tries to push it along the far wall, and we're going to have a whistle. It appears to be a penalty. Or was it offsides? We do have an announcement coming to the penalty box, so we're going to get a look at our first look at the RBB Electric power play for West Fargo. It's going to be a penalty against Grand Forks', catch a number here in a second. Our cameraman Joey Spanger trying to give me some. It's going to be Ava Walsh. 2 minutes for tripping. West Fargo United on the RBB Electric power play. They have possession after the offensive zone faceoff. Kilgore is able to take it away. Her clearing attempt is successful. It will come out to the red line. Spanier has it. Spanier getting pressured. West Fargo moves it through the neutral zone into the attacking end. Grand Forks not able to clear. It'll come back to Spanier at the point. Spanier pass to the far side to Stocker. Stocker centering feed, trying to get connected with Hasler at the near dot. She was all by herself. Dangerous play there for Grand Forks. Nothing comes of it, and they're able to clear it out into the neutral zone. Hasler enters the attacking zone, has it taken away from her, but good job by Matthias to hold offensive zone possession for West Fargo. Rude has it in the near corner. She's working with Matilla. Now Matilla has it behind the net. Her centering feed, no one home, gets deflected all the way to the far corner where Matthias will give chase. Matthias gives this one back to Jimberline at the point. Over to the near side for Josephson. Josephson gets ran into, and it comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Good hustle play there on the near side by Kendra Kuznia to pry that one loose and get it out of the defensive zone for Grand Forks. 35 seconds remaining on the RBB Electric power play for West Fargo, and they re-enter the attacking zone, and it's taken away by Elena Marto, and she will dump it all the way down behind the net of West Fargo. Jimberline has it with room to skate. She'll pass this one forward to Stocker. Stocker crosses the red line, enters the attacking zone, but does so offsides with 13:25 remaining in period number 1 and 14 seconds remaining on the Ava Walsh tripping minor. We'll have a neutral zone face-off on the Grand Forks line. Couple of good chances for West Fargo. They have not registered a shot yet. A bouncing puck prevented what could have been a goal for Hassler on the near side. Spanier, after the face-off win for West Fargo, will carry this one into the far corner below the goal line. It's going to be picked up by Ogdahl. Ogdahl back to the point to Stocker. Stocker's shot from the blue line makes its way on net, but the save is made by Schmaltz. The rebound collected by Grand Forks. They dump it all the way down, and before they did so, coming out of the penalty box was Ava Walsh, so that will be an icing call. The penalty is killed off by Grand Forks. With 13:04 remaining in period number 1, it's still scoreless. Not a shot registered on net for West Fargo on that power play opportunity. Face-off taken to the left of Schmaltz. Battled for right on the dot, finally pried loose. Grand Forks not able to get it out. Holding that one in is Williamson for West Fargo. Reese Meager gets it out to the neutral zone, collected by Williamson. She tries to pass it to the Grand Forks line, but it's collected by Balick. Good turnover there. Balick charging the net, pushes it towards the paint. It gets paddled to the near wall. West Fargo not able to get it out. Matilla with an attempt there. Good hold of the offensive zone by Paige Meager. Rings around all the way to the far side where Kiera Botnan will hold the zone. Now West Fargo will try break it out on the near side. An errant pass comes to Balick. Balick's shot from the blue line got deflected a couple of times. It goes all the way to the far wall. West Fargo struggling to break this one out. Great forecheck being applied by Grand Forks. Groven to the left of the netminder. Reagan Wilson will have the puck taken away from her, and West Fargo is just barely able to clear the zone. Elena Marto quickly re-enters the attacking end for Grand Forks. Marto looking for a centering feed. It's deflected into the back of the net. That's a goal for Grand Forks. That goal is going to be scored by Elena Marto with 11:56 remaining in period number 1. The Knightriders are off to a 1-0 lead. Putting a shot towards the net. Good things happen when you put the puck on net. It looked like Marto was trying for a centering pass. It was deflected by a West Fargo defender. And we will see if that's assisted. I believe that will likely be an unassisted goal for Elena Marto with 11:56 remaining here in period number 1. The Knightriders are off to a 1-0 lead after a great sequence of forechecking. Some tired legs on the ice for West Fargo. Grand Forks was able to take advantage. Kilgore gives chase. She's going to go D-to-D with her partner Kuznia. Kuznia returns it back to Kilgore. She'll slide it forward to Marto, the goal scorer. Public address announcer does confirm that that goal was in fact unassisted. So it will go into our scorebook as Elena Marto scoring at even strength, unassisted. Now Marto has another opportunity. She has space to operate on the far wall, brings it back towards the center of the ice, uses her backhand, puts a shot on net, but Reagan Wilson is able to make the save. Rebound comes to the near wall. West Fargo is able to clear it out. Grand Forks has it at their own blue line. A turnover in the neutral zone. Here's Ogdahl trying to make her way towards the net. Ogdahl is able to regain possession, trying to keep it in the attacking end for West Fargo, but it comes out, so West Fargo is going to have to check up to be on sides, gives Grand Forks time to attempt to break it out of their own end. A turnover in the defensive zone for Grand Forks leads to an odd angle shot from Hasler on the near side. Puck goes to the far wall. It's taken out by Sigdahl. Sigdahl's pass over to the far side to Meager. That's Chloe Erickson, rather. And now here's an opportunity right on top of the crease for Grand Forks' number 14. That's Nora Lord with an opportunity all by herself, kind of running out of real estate, and the sophomore netminder for West Fargo, Reagan Wilson, is able to shut the door. 10 minutes to play here in period number 1. The Knightriders still leading 1-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Lord, below the goal line, gets taken down. We have a delayed penalty against West Fargo. Teams continue to battle for it up against the wall, and finally it is touched up by West Fargo United. And that fourth line, the extra forwards out there, Chloe Erickson and Nora Lord skating with Chesney Sigdahl, applying some nice pressure, led to a grade A scoring opportunity for Nora Lord. And Erickson was taken down in the near corner, drawing a penalty, and this will give us our first look at the RBB Electric power play for the Knightriders. Knightriders with a 22.7% success rate on the skater advantage so far this season. They win the offensive zone draw. They control possession. Marto has it at the point. Marto's going to pass it over to the far side. Kilgore has it on the far wall. Kilgore gets a return pass from Yana. Now Marto has it at the near point. She's going to move it to Reese Meager. Meager's return pass back to Marto. Perhaps that was deflected, so having to retreat all the way back to her own end for Grand Forks is going to be Kuznia. Kilgore collects it at the West Fargo line, chips it into the attacking zone. It's quickly collected by West Fargo, and clearing this one all the way down the length of the ice is Stella Jimberline. Marto will collect it with 1 minute remaining on the power play, just under 9 to go in period number 1. She's being pestered. Good forecheck being applied by Jimberline, the defender. Reese Meager at the near red line, crosses center ice, tries to dump it in, but it's collected rather quickly by Rachel Spanier, and she'll dump it all the way down. Sigdahl collects it behind her own net. She'll pass it over to the near side. Ella Bry has it. She enters the attacking zone, being pestered the entire time by Hasler. Now we have another penalty coming up as Hasler, it looked like Ella Bry was being harassed behind the West Fargo net. This is probably going to be a hooking penalty, and it will lead to a 5-on-3. In fact, it is against West Fargo, and it is going to go against Emma Hasler. And it is a hooking minor, so it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage for Grand Forks for the next 26 seconds. As Kaylee Ogdahl will serve the remainder of her minor penalty. Huge opportunity for Grand Forks to stretch the lead to 2, but a great defensive zone faceoff, and chasing this one down is Peyton Stocker. Stocker trying to make a move towards the net. She's cut off. Grand Forks' Hazel O'Connell will skate back to the attacking territory for the Knightriders. She'll rifle a shot from the near wall, and that one is saved by Reagan Wilson. She'll hold on to it for a stoppage. So just 4 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3 opportunity for Grand Forks, with 7:59 remaining here in period number 1. Groven wins the faceoff to the near side, comes back to O'Connell at the point. O'Connell slides it over to Sigdahl. Sigdahl back to O'Connell. She's going to step into this one. Nice pass to the far side in the slot. Great seam pass and an even better save. An opportunity with the puck on her stick for Grand Forks. That was number 23, Ella Bry, receiving a nice pass from Hazel O'Connell, stepping in from the top of the near circle. Looked like she was going to fire a wrist shot. Instead, she elects to give it to Bry in the slot, but the door is shut by the sophomore Reagan Wilson, and we are playing 5-on-4 for the next 1 minute and 25 seconds. Grand Forks trying to extend their lead to 2. Reese Meeker gives it to Marto. Marto passes it over to the far side for Yana. She throws a shot towards the net. That's saved by Wilson. Rebound and possession is maintained by Grand Forks. Comes back to Marto. Marto tries to give it to Yana on the far side. Yana, return pass back to Marto. She's going to rifle a shot from the point, makes its way on frame. Wilson makes another save. Rebound collected by West Fargo Cheyenne, but they're not able to clear the zone, but they get a turnover at their own blue line. Good job there by West Fargo's Reagan Mathias to clear it out of the attack defensive zone for West Fargo, as they are a skater short. Sigdahl has it at her own blue line. Passes it to Yana in front of the penalty box. Cross ice pass to Sigdahl. Waved not off sides. Shot gets ricocheted. Yana has it on the near wall. Gives it back to Marto at the point. Marto being pressured by Mathias. Another nice play on the penalty kill by Reagan Mathias. Re-entering the attacking zone was Sigdahl, but she will do so off sides. So that will lead to another stoppage with 19 seconds remaining on the RBB Electric power play for Grand Forks. 6:38 to go here in period number 1. Knightriders still holding on to that 1-0 lead on our All True Health System scoreboard. Neutral zone draw on the West Fargo blue line, won by West Fargo, and they'll clear it all the way down on net. Saved easily by Schmaltz. Sigdahl with plenty of room to skate will pass this one forward to Botnan. Botnan in the near corner will throw on the brakes. Her pass back to the point, hops over the stick of O'Connell, leads to an opportunity for Hasler. Hasler coming in on the near side, gets taken down. So we're going to have another delayed penalty. West Fargo is going to go back on the power play as soon as Grand Forks touches it up. An opportunity on the rush. Her pass back to the point goes over the stick of the Grand Forks defender. Emma Hasler coming out of the penalty box gets a half breakaway opportunity. And now we will take our media timeout. This timeout brought to you by Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. We'll be right back. This is Knightrider Hockey on KNOX.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
An exciting first period of hockey so far between the Knightriders and West Fargo. West Fargo going back onto the RBB Electric power play. They're 0 for 1 on the skater advantage so far. Grand Forks has had an opportunity. They even had a brief stint with a 5-on-3 two-skater advantage, but were not able to convert. They still hold on to that 1-0 lead. A goal scored at even strength by Elena Marto. That timeout was brought to you by Big Jim's Tire. No job is too big for Jim's, and also Apex Apparel. Draw will be taken to the right of Schmaltz, and teams fight for possession Balick doing so for Grand Forks. She's able to steer it to the near corner. It's going to be picked up there by Hasler. Hasler's going to hand this one off to Ogdahl. Ogdahl passes it back to the point. A shot there coming from Spanier, no good. Redirection goes over to the far corner. Now here's a chance for Hasler at the near face-off dot. Her shot misses wide. Getting a glove on it was Schmaltz. West Fargo still has possession. Here's Spanier at the point, gives it to Hasler. Hasler, nice pass. Seam pass all the way to the far post. Liana Williamson unable to take advantage for West Fargo. Still the pressure being applied from West Fargo. Hasler's shot misses wide, rings around to the far wall, picked up by Stalker. Stalker back to Hasler. Her shot hits the side of the post. She gets her own rebound, puts it back on net. Save is made by Schmaltz. Rebound goes behind the goal line. West Fargo still with possession on the near wall. Some good puck movement from West Fargo United here in their second power play of the game. Tired legs on the ice for the Knightriders, able to clear this one out of the defensive zone as Paige Meager and Grand Forks will get a full line change. Marto springing for what could have been a breakaway opportunity. She's able to take the puck away to burn some more time off of the penalty kill for Grand Forks. It will be passed back to Kilgore, and she will dust it off and dump it all the way down below the goal line of West Fargo. Back to collect it there is Jimberline. Breakout pass now to the far side. Matthias has it taken away. Yana with an opportunity. Not able to get all of it on that shot. Will miss wide. So some pressure being applied by Grand Forks now on the penalty kill. A lot of it stemming from the activity of Elena Marto. She's come on this second penalty killing unit for Grand Forks and is really applying some heavy forecheck all by herself. An errant pass. Kilgore will throw it off the end wall, the side wall rather. Makes its way towards the net. Grand Forks back at even strength. Just under 4 minutes to go here in period number 1. Eliana will deposit this below the goal line of West Fargo. Ella Bry fighting for it. She'll lose that puck battle to Jimberline. Jimberline not able to clear it. Bry with the shot from the top of the far circle in the slot. It gets tipped on the way towards the net and is ultimately saved by Reagan Wilson. She will hold on to it for a stoppage with 3:36 remaining in period number 1. Grand Forks still leading thanks to that Elena Marto goal scored with 11:56 to go in the first. Chloe Groven will take this face-off to the left of Wilson, comes back to the point, shot from Botnan, hits traffic, an opportunity for Bry right on top of the crease. And Wilson standing tall once again, not sure if Bry hit the net there. Once again, that's the second opportunity for Grand Forks where they've had a skater. It was Laura Nord and then Ella Bry there where they had possession right on top of the crease all by themselves, just them and the netminder Reagan Wilson. And Wilson has been able to make a stop on both of those occasions. And we're going to have another penalty once again against West Fargo United. Special teams on full display here in the first period. This is going to be the third penalty called against West Fargo. At one point, Grand Forks had a 5-on-3 opportunity when those two previous penalties were close together in time. Grand Forks 0 for 2 on the power play. They win the face-off. It'll come back to the point. Reese Meager will throw it back down low to Balick. Balick returns it back to Meager. Meager being pressured at the point, gives it back to Balick. Now she's looking for a centering feed. She gives it to Kilgore. Kilgore has it below the goal line. She'll throw it to the far wall. Yana fighting for possession with a bouncing puck. Collects it at the bottom of the circle. Odd angle shot on net. Wilson makes the save. Rebound collected. Now Emma Hasler will skate it out for West Fargo. Hasler appeared to lose an edge there, but we're going to have a whistle called. This will be tripping against Grand Forks, and it really did appear like Emma Hasler just lost an edge as soon as she reached the Grand Forks blue line. However, she was taken down according to the judgment from our on-ice official. It will be a body-checking penalty called against Grand Forks' number 15, Reese Meager. So we will play 4-on-4. Grand Forks not able to score on their 36 seconds with the skater advantage. 2:30 remaining here in period number 1. We're skating 4-on-4 for the next minute and 20 seconds. Stella Jimberline has it taken away from her in the near corner. Nice breakout pass to Marto. She has it at her own blue line, trying to create some space for herself. She's stopped in her tracks by Liana Williamson. Looking for a opportunity on the rush there was West Fargo. Putting a shot towards the net was Reagan Mathias. Save was made by Schmaltz. Rebound comes to the near side, and Grand Forks skates it out to the neutral zone. Marto has it at the West Fargo blue line. Skates back towards the center of the ice. Now she will enter the attacking end. Passing it over to the far side, attempting to get connected with Chloe Erickson. Lots of open ice, 4-on-4, 35 seconds remaining on the penalty against West Fargo's Rachel Spanier. At which point, West Fargo will have a condensed power play themselves. Skating with it on the far wall is Josephson. Josephson is going to drop this one off for Stalker. Stalker with some space, odd angle shot, misses the net, rings around all the way to the near point. Will be collected by Hasler. Hasler back to Stalker. Nice give and go play there. Hasler shot on net, getting a piece of it was the netminder Kylie Schmaltz. Great give and go play in the near corner. Working together there was Emma Hasler and Peyton Stalker. Hasler springing free with a grade A scoring opportunity, but it goes off the shoulder of Kylie Schmaltz and up into the netting. We have a stoppage with 1:17 to go in period number 1. Scrum right on top of the crease. Putting a shot towards the net was West Fargo's Stalker. Goes right into the glove of Schmaltz, so we'll have another stoppage with 1:09 remaining in the first period. Only 2 seconds remaining on the penalty against West Fargo's Rachel Spanier. At which point West Fargo will have a 37 seconds with the skater advantage. We have that play blown dead. And it will be another offensive zone draw for West Fargo. It will be taken to the left of Kylie Schmaltz. 5-on-4 for the next 35 seconds. Peyton Stalker wins the face-off. Nice designed play off the draw. Shot from the point from Spanier misses wide. West Fargo holds on to possession. Spanier being pestered below the goal line. She's going to circle around the net looking for a wraparound opportunity on the backhand, but beating her to that near post is the netminder Kylie Schmaltz. Schmaltz has had to make a handful of saves here in these last couple of sequences. Standing tall for the Knightriders to preserve this 1-0 lead with 51 seconds remaining in the first. Another face-off win for West Fargo United. They have been dominating in the face-off circle early on. A tip play. Great job by Spanier. She tips that one off the stick of Stalker right on top of the crease, but once again, Schmaltz positioning herself well to make that save. West Fargo United, it's really tough to believe if those numbers are correct. That could be a typo, but what we had listed on NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com was West Fargo operating at a 4% success clip. Another scrum right on top of the crease. West Fargo will maintain offensive zone possession. Grand Forks back at even strength. 5-on-5 for the final 27 seconds of the period. Centering feed from West Fargo's Ogdahl is unsuccessful. Comes to the near corner. Balick fighting for it. Kilgore will provide some support behind the net. 13 seconds remaining in the period. Elizabeth Kilgore now skates to the far wall. She's going to try burn out the remainder of the time. She gets pressed up against the wall, receives some support from Elena Marto. 3 seconds remaining. Marto skates it out to the neutral zone, and that will do it for period number 1. Elena Marto, the only goal scorer for the Knightriders, and for both of these teams, it is 1-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard. We're going to take a break, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring you this intermission report. It's Knightrider Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersSales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the Rivard Surf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. It's 1-0 after one period of play. Just received our box score. Not much to read off. Shots on net in favor of Grand Forks, 10-7 after the opening 17 minutes. This intermission report is brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, as well as High Plains Water. Quality water will improve every aspect of your life. Get a new water system installed today. Contact the professionals at High Plains Water, themselves in Grand Forks Welding, the sponsor of our intermission report. This first intermission, a lot of special teams play in that first period, as I will try peruse my way through the box score here, and it looks like I'm going to do some quick math here. There was 6 penalties, 3 against each team in period number 1. Neither team was able to take advantage with the skater advantage. The only goal coming for Grand Forks at even strength. That was scored at the 5:04 mark of the first period by Elena Marto, unassisted. So that is our scoring summary, which is brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter at Bergstrom Electric. So back and forth special teams play, especially during the last stretch of that first period. West Fargo United really applying a lot of pressure. That top line for West Fargo United, featuring number 4 Emma Hasler, number 8 Peyton Stocker, and number 14 Kaylee Ogdahl. They were absolutely ferocious on the forecheck. Grand Forks struggled to get the puck out of their own zone, but standing tall the entire first was their senior goaltender, Kylie Schmaltz, to keep the score where it currently stands, and that is 1-0 in favor of the Knightriders here on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. A rematch from last year's state quarterfinal game. Grand Forks was the number 2 seed in the state of North Dakota girls high school hockey, going up against the then 7 seed West Fargo United. Grand Forks running into a hot goalie, losing that game by a score of 2-0, out-shooting West Fargo 40-8, but losing 2-0. So I asked Kelly Kilgore if that was bulletin board material for his team coming into this Friday night matchup. He did not even, it wasn't even something he thought of until I had mentioned it to him. So certainly Grand Forks is focused on this season, and they are doing well. Once again, we'll pull up the standings for girls high school hockey in the state of North Dakota. The top 8 teams will advance to the state tournament. That cut line right now is Mandan at 8. They have 10 points, 3 wins with 1 overtime loss, so that leads to their cumulative total of 10 points. On the cut line, on the outside looking in, is Minot United with 8 points. Williston with 7, as well as Dickinson. And then Devils Lake still without a win. They've lost 3 games in overtime, so they have 3 points. But Devils Lake is on the outside looking in as well, alongside Dickinson, Williston, and Minot United. The number 4 and 5 seeds in action tonight in front of us at the Blue Line Club Iceplex, formerly known as Eagles Arena. 1-0 Grand Forks after the opening 17 minutes against West Fargo United. Grand Forks and West Fargo both with the same amount of games played, I believe. Both teams have played 9 games in state play. Grand Forks has won 7 games. West Fargo United 6 games, so West Fargo has an opportunity to even the standings with Grand Forks with a win in regulation tonight. Grand Forks has an opportunity to even things up with a couple of less games played against Bismarck Center, a team that they defeated earlier this season. That was a big win for the Knightriders, defeating the Patriots 3-1 in that affair. But they have an opportunity to even the standings with Bismarck Century themselves if they're able to pull off a regulation win against West Fargo United. So a lot on the line in the standings, getting to the point where these standings are starting, the games are starting to accumulate, and we have an idea of how things will shape up as we move forward towards the state tournament. There is no postseason play to qualify for state. Like we mentioned, it's just those top 8 teams that will move on. And right now, Grand Forks and West Fargo both feeling comfortable where they're at, but of course they want to help increase their odds and their seeding for the state tournament, and the win tonight would certainly help in that score. Taking a look at action elsewhere in the state, only 2 games taking place tonight. Of course, one of them being the matchup that we're witnessing between Grand Forks and West Fargo. But down in Fargo, we have a crosstown rivalry matchup between the perennial power that is Fargo North-South, the Spruans, taking on the Eagles. So that is the 1 seed versus the 6 seed. Fargo Davies an even 500, 4-4 with 2 overtime wins. Fargo North-South has yet to lose a game so far in North Dakota play this season. This is our look at the drive for the title in our first intermission report. This first intermission brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and also High Plains Water. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we should be close to puck drop in period number 2. It's Knightriders 1, West Fargo 0 on KNOX Live Sports.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our #1.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started. From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
Welcome back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the KNOX Live Sports Network. We have two broadcasts going on tonight. Of course, this North Dakota girls high school hockey matchup between Grand Forks and West Fargo. But over at Red River, we have a basketball doubleheader. Adrian Cummings, Luca Carpenter on the job over there, as the Rough Riders are taking on West Fargo Cheyenne in a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. But we're focused on what's taking place here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex, and after one period of play, it's 1-0 Grand Forks, an unassisted goal scored by the freshman Elena Marto. That is her 14th goal of the season. She now has 15 points on the season, 14 goals and 1 assist. So the leading scorer for Grand Forks continues her impressive season in her freshman year. Grand Forks, still a lot of work left to go here in the next two periods. 6 combined penalties, 3 each for both of these teams in period number 1. We'll start the second playing 5-on-5, but got to imagine the conversation that took place in the locker room for both Kelly Kilgore and the first-year head coach for West Fargo, Kennedy Blair, is to be a little bit more disciplined out on the ice, to try spend a little bit more time playing 5-on-5 and not giving your opponent any more opportunities on the skater advantage. Speaking of the head coach for West Fargo, it's her first season at the helm for West Fargo United, and that is Kennedy Blair, a North Dakota girls high school hockey legend in her own right, playing for Bismarck back when they were the Blizzard, and then went on to have a collegiate career for the Division I University of Wisconsin. May or may not have won a national championship. That's something I should have asked Coach Blair, but was unable to do so. So she's well into her coaching career. Coaching at Concordia a season ago. So going from the college ranks to the high school ranks, leading West Fargo United, are off to a solid start so far this season. In a big game in the standings right now against Grand Forks, the number 4 seed Grand Forks facing off against the number 5 seed West Fargo here on a Friday night. A win in regulation would even both of these teams for points, and for West Fargo would even both of these teams for points, and a win in regulation for Grand Forks would tie them for third with Bismarck Century. We're underway. Period number 2, 5-on-5 for the time being. Grand Forks collects it at their own blue line. Skating with it is Ella Bry. She takes it all the way into the attacking end below the goal line. West Fargo forces a turnover down there. They break it out along the near wall, but a turnover in a dangerous area leads to another opportunity for Bry right on top of the crease. That's that third grade A scoring opportunity for Grand Forks right on top of Reagan Wilson. Grand Forks has not been able to take advantage in those opportunities. The only goal that they've scored so far was a deflection as Elena Marto was trying to center a pass, went off a West Fargo defender into the back of the net. They all count the same. West Fargo with it in their own end. Here's Jimberline looking for a breakout pass. Goes off the skate of the forechecker for Grand Forks. That's Sigdahl. Sigdahl with another deflection, but it makes its way to the intended target for West Fargo. That's Reagan Mathias. Mathias takes it to the red line, crosses center ice, and dumps it deep below the goal line of Grand Forks. Riley Rude moves it to Mathias. Mathias' pass back to the point does not connect with Josephson, so Jimberline will collect this behind her own net. Facing immediate pressure from Grand Forks forecheckers, Jimberline gets some support from Rude. Now Rude puts on the brakes, passes it back to the near corner. Jimberline's cross-ice breakout pass does not reach its intended target, but comes all the way to the Grand Forks defensive zone, where Hazel O'Connell will go D-to-D with Kilgore. Kilgore gives a return pass back to O'Connell. O'Connell has it taken away from her. West Fargo with an odd angle shot from Matilla. Misses wide, rings around to the near wall. Here's another opportunity for West Fargo. A shot from the top of the far circle by Josephson. Misses wide once again. West Fargo has been kind of taking control of this game in the later stages of period number 1 and early on so far here in period number 2 in terms of offensive zone possession time, but not able to take advantage yet, have yet to solve the enigma that is Kylie Schmaltz. West Fargo with it below their own goal line. This is going to be Williamson. Williamson being pestered, tries to push it up along the far wall. She gets some support from Matilla. Grand Forks has to regroup at center ice. Marto will dump this back deep into the attacking zone, and the Knightriders will get a line change. West Fargo's Solis Nelson working on the near wall. She breaks free, skates towards the center of the ice. She hands it off to her teammate Ogdahl. Ogdahl has it poked away. Nice play there by Dusty Balick. That could have been an opportunity on the rush for West Fargo, but a great play by Balick, the senior defender for Grand Forks, to negate what could have been a grade A scoring opportunity. Here comes West Fargo once again. Peyton Stocker throws on the brakes at the far hash marks. Centering feed goes into the skates of Kilgore. She receives some support, but Grand Forks is not able to clear. Peyton Stocker at the far wall. Throwing it towards the net, gets deflected, bounces around a couple of times, now comes to the near wall. Sigdahl will collect a loose puck, but once again not able to clear. West Fargo still with offensive zone possession. Finally it goes to Balick, and she takes no time to dump that one into the attacking zone for Grand Forks, but plenty of time for West Fargo to break this one into their own attacking end as Grand Forks goes for a line change. A shot on net from West Fargo's number 9, Reagan Mathias. That one is saved by Kylie Schmaltz. She'll hold on to it with 13 minutes remaining here in period number 2. Still 1-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard in favor of the Knightriders. Another face-off won by West Fargo. This one comes back to Jimberline. Shot gets deflected. Wraparound opportunity for Matilla. Schmaltz beats her to the near post. Matilla below the goal line, trying to get it back to the point. Jimberline has it. D-to-D pass to the near side for Williamson. Williamson chases it to the near corner. She's going to ring it around to behind the net for Matilla. Matilla back to the point once again for Jimberline. Her shot looking for a deflection, doesn't make its way on net. Now here's Williamson. Her shot gets deflected, goes high of the net. West Fargo continuing to dominate offensive zone possession time. Here's Dede. Dede pass all the way to the far side for Jimberline, throwing an odd angle shot towards the net. It's going to be gloved by Schmaltz. Grand Forks needed that one. Tired legs on the ice. Much needed line change with 12:10 remaining here in period number 2. Great shift there from West Fargo. Good job moving the puck low to high, looking for deflections. But standing tall is Kylie Schmaltz. Shots are tightening. 11-10 still in favor of Grand Forks. Once again, Knightriders unable to clear. Holding the zone is Spanier. Botnan holding this one in for West Fargo is Spanier. It's collected by Marto. Marto had a teammate that was Eliana streaking through center ice, but she has it taken away. Here's an opportunity for West Fargo. Emerson Dede circling the wagons, brings it back to the point. Spanier has it, rifles off a shot. Good job getting in front of that one was Kiera Botnan. That's a deflection and will go up into the netting, and we have our TV timeout. We'll be right back. It's Knightriders 1, West Fargo 0 on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersSales.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Welcome back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. That timeout brought to you by Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. 11:32 to go here in the second period. West Fargo really starting to apply some pressure. They have that top line out on the ice. Hasler, Stocker, Ogdahl. Botnan trying to shed a forechecker, is able to pass it to the far wall, but it gets deflected all the way to the near wall. West Fargo not able to get this one deep. It's collected by Yana at her own blue line. Now she'll skate through the neutral zone and dump it below the goal line of West Fargo. Yana, first one to the puck, comes back to the point for Botnan. She gets a shot off. Looks like it was deflected on the way. Now Balick with an opportunity at the far point. Back-to-back saves for Reagan Wilson. Now Grand Forks is starting to swing that pendulum of momentum back in their favor. Applying some nice pressure in the offensive zone are the Knightriders. This will be swung to the near side for Jimberline. Jimberline being pressured. Yana takes it away. Getting it right back for West Fargo is Ogdahl. Ogdahl's centering feed through the neutral zone. Now here's Yana streaking in on the rush. Her shot goes right into the breadbasket of Reagan Wilson. Another grade A opportunity for Grand Forks, and another opportunity in which they are not able to take advantage of on the score sheet. 10:28 remaining here in period number 2. Great shift for Grand Forks. Right when it felt like West Fargo was applying all of the pressure offensively, Grand Forks is able to get off the mat and put some nice offensive chances together for themselves. Offensive zone draw for the Knightriders, and it's West Fargo who skates away with possession. Being pressured behind her own net for West Fargo is Spanier. Good job on the forecheck, trying to push this one towards the front of the net for Grand Forks. That's Paige Meager. It'll poke free all the way down to the Grand Forks end, and it is not an icing. Hazel O'Connell has it. Able to shed a couple of forecheckers. O'Connell will then go D-to-D with her partner, Elizabeth Kilgore. Passes met at the same time as Rude gets there, but Grand Forks is able to get it out to center ice. West Fargo is going to have to touch up for offsides. O'Connell with tired legs will dump this one all the way down, so we'll have a stoppage with 9:40 to go here in period number 2. Shots are in favor of Grand Forks, 13-10. No penalties so far here in period number 2 after we saw 6 penalties called in period number 1, 3 against each team. So some cleaner hockey being played here in the second frame. Offensive zone draw won by West Fargo, but it hops over the stick of the defender Ava Josephson. She has to retreat to the red line, and she dumps it back deep into the attacking end for West Fargo United. Josephson with a nice hold at the far blue line, creating some space for Van Dam. Van Dam's pass to the near side for Jimberline. Jimberline back down low on the wall with it is Didi. Didi trying to pass it back towards the point, has it taken away. Good active stick by Chloe Erickson. Chloe Groven collects it, has it in the neutral zone, makes a move at the West Fargo blue line, centering feed, passing it back to Erickson. Her one-time shot hits traffic. And right when we mentioned there hasn't been a penalty so far in period number 2, we get one whistled, and it's against West Fargo. It will be their captain, number 6, Emerson Didi. She's whistled for slashing. So with 8:58 remaining in period number 2, Grand Forks will have their 4th crack at the RBB Electric power play. A premium opportunity to stretch their lead to 2 in the middle stages of this game. They control possession after the offensive zone draw. D-to-D pass is errant. Here could be an opportunity for Peyton Stocker coming in all by herself. Goes to the backhand. Schmaltz makes the save. Great save made by the senior goaltender. Providing some back check as well was Elena Marto. Peyton Stocker coming in all by herself. But standing tall was the senior goaltender, Kylie Schmaltz, to preserve a 1-0 lead for Grand Forks. We have another whistle. And it's just Grand Forks re-entering the zone offside, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off at the West Fargo blue line. It's West Fargo with the best scoring chance so far here on the Grand Forks RBB Electric power play. Grand Forks looking for a clean zone entry. They retreat back to their own blue line. Elena Marto has it. She'll enter the attacking zone, trying to just push this one deep. Has the puck in her skates as she goes into the slot. Chesney Sigdahl has it in the far corner. Comes back to the point for Jana. Jana back to Sigdahl at the half wall. Sigdahl's centering feed deflected, goes right back into her stick. West Fargo with an opportunity to clear. Ring this one all the way around for West Fargo is going to be Madison Adland, but not able to clear the zone. Grand Forks is able to hold. Comes back to the point. Jana has it at the far blue line. At the half wall to Sigdahl. Sigdahl looking like she wants to rifle a wrist shot. She does so. It will miss high and wide, and it will ring around all the way to the near side and exit the attacking zone for the Knightriders. Marto has to regroup. She dumps it back deep into the attacking end for Grand Forks. Back to collect it is Adland. Adland takes no time to dump this one 200 feet down the entire length of the ice, and Schmaltz will leave this one for Sigdahl. West Fargo gets fresh legs onto the ice for their penalty-killing unit. 20 seconds remaining on the skater advantage for Grand Forks. Good job to skate her way out of pressure there was Ella Bry. She crosses the red line and dumps it deep into the West Fargo end. Some bodies being thrown. No penalty has been called. We play on. Riley Rude skating on the near side. Enters the attacking zone. Has a lane towards the net. Driving wide. Putting a shoulder down. But gets a weak shot off. Stayed on the ice the entire time. Easy save for Kylie Schmaltz. The rebound is collected by Grand Forks, and they dump it all the way down the ice before they cross center ice. That will be an icing, and that happens right as time expires on the penalty against West Fargo. So Grand Forks is now 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. West Fargo 0 for 3. The only goal that has been scored was at even strength. That goal came at the 5:04 mark of period number 1. It was Elena Marto scoring unassisted. The only goal still on the board. 1-0 Grand Forks over West Fargo on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. Here's an opportunity for West Fargo. Odd angle shot from the bottom of the near circle, fired off by Emma Hasler. But once again, great positioning by Kylie Schmaltz. She is very well positionally sound, making these saves look easy. Shots are now even, 13-13. Balick at the far wall, tips it. Could be an odd man rush opportunity for Grand Forks if they hurry. Skating in was Paige Meager, coming in with number 7, Jocelyn Kuhl. But having to settle down a bouncing puck negated what could have been a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Knightriders. Below her own goal line is Jimberline. Her pass to the near side, successful to Hasler. Hasler gives it back to Jimberline. Breakout pass, then moves forward to the West Fargo line. Grand Forks is going to have to regroup. Forcing a takeaway is Marto. She'll dump it deep, and the Knightriders will go for a line change. Good forecheck for Grand Forks. Here's Chloe Erickson trying to center that one to Sigdahl. Just a second too early on that pass. West Fargo will collect it, and they'll dump it all the way down. It will be whistled dead for an icing. 5:42 remaining here in period number 2. We have another media timeout, so we will be right back. It's 1-0 Grand Forks over West Fargo on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades, or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
We welcome you back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. 5:42 remaining here in the second period. The Knightriders still holding on to that 1-0 lead. That goal coming at the 5:04 mark of period number 1, scored unassisted at even strength by Elena Marto, her 14th goal of the season. It's been back and forth since then. Shots are even at 13. Here comes West Fargo after their defensive zone draw. They quickly have it in the attacking end. Matthias trying to center that one. It's broken up by Jana. She's going to move it forward to Sigdahl. She was very close to springing herself loose on a breakaway. Instead, West Fargo forces a turnover in the neutral zone. They re-enter the attacking zone offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 5:25 remaining in period number 2. Stalker against Jana on this neutral zone face-off on the Grand Forks blue line. It's won by Stalker. Back to her defender, Rachel Spanier, and she'll dump it deep into the Grand Forks end. Played by Schmaltz over to the far side. West Fargo puts it back below the goal line of Grand Forks. Botnan goes D-to-D with O'Connell. Pass to the far wall. Sigdahl unable to get it out. Good job holding the zone there by West Fargo, by Ava Josephson. Almost had a centering pass for Ogdahl, but taking this one away is Ella Jana. Ella Jana being bodied on the half wall on the near side by Spanier. It's collected by Hasler. She'll pass it to Stalker on the far wall. Nice cross-ice pass to the near side. Here's Emma Hasler. Emma Hasler unable to get past Elizabeth Kilgore. Good job by the junior defender. Now she passes it over to the far side. 2-on-1 for Grand Forks. Sigdahl trying to slide that one over, but unable to get connected with Laura Nord streaking towards the net. Kilgore's shot from the point. Paddled to the far wall by Wilson. Teams will fight for possession at the half wall. 4:15 to go in period number 2. Shots are still even. Grand Forks leading 1-0. West Fargo ends up with possession, but they're unable to clear. Good job holding the zone by Grand Forks' number 16, Paige Meager. Errant breakout pass comes back to the red line where Kilgore tries to dump it back into the attacking end for the Knightriders, but throws it into her own bench. So we'll have a stoppage and a neutral zone face-off with 3:53 remaining here in period number 2 inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex in Grand Forks. Friday night girls high school hockey in North Dakota. 2 quality teams. Both have positioned themselves well in the standings, giving themselves a great opportunity to advance to the state tournament. Elena Marto's shot from the top of the near circle, easily saved by Wilson. Rebound goes to West Fargo. They were unable to clear for a moment there at their own blue line, but they were ultimately able to get it out to the neutral zone. Grand Forks, however, dumps it back deep. Here's Groven. Groven back to the point for Botnan. Botnan being pressured, but receiving some support from Groven. Now Botnan comes in to help Groven on the near wall. Puck springs to the front of the net. West Fargo able to get that one out of harm's way. They clear it out to center ice. Poking this one forward is Emerson Deedy. West Fargo would have entered the zone offsides if they would have had possession there. Instead, they have to regroup and they dump it deep. West Fargo gets fresh legs on the ice. Ava Walsh passes it forward to Marto. Now Grand Forks will get a line change. West Fargo trying to catch them in that line change, but a pass that's just ahead of the intended target, Emma Hasler, allows Dusty Balick to throw this one into the attacking end. Now a turnover right in front of the net. Grand Forks with an opportunity. We have a scrum right on top of the crease. Puck is still loose now at the side of the net. West Fargo able to get that one out of harm's way. Still, threat is not gone. Another scrum right on top of the crease. Sigdahl's out there. Comes back to Kilgore. Kilgore's shot to the far post, looking for a deflection from Jocelyn Kuhl. Also out on the ice for Grand Forks is number 23, Ella Bry. This line providing a lot of pressure right in front of the net. Here's Bry. Bry being pressured by Hasler on the near half wall, and then Hasler is going to receive some support from West Fargo's number 14, Kaylee Ogdahl. But winning that foot race is going to be Dusty Balick. She'll chip it high off the glass, not strong enough for an icing. Back to collect it in her own zone is Spanier. Spanier being pressured by the forecheck from Grand Forks. That's Eliana forcing a turnover in the attacking zone. 1.5 to go here in period number 2, still 1-0. Josephson, nice breakout pass to Matthias. Matthias not able to clear. Dusty Balick holds the zone. She'll ring it around, comes all the way to the near corner where Spanier has it. Spanier trying to work the near wall. Once again, not able to clear. Here's Eliana. Her shot from the high slot gets deflected. Goes to the far corner. It will be collected by Matthias. Once again, not able to clear. Elena Marto's shot. Rebound still loose. Great save by Wilson. Chloe Groven was right there on the doorstep off the shot from Elena Marto. But standing tall on both the initial shot and the secondary shot is the sophomore goalie for West Fargo, Reagan Wilson. Now the puck finally comes out to center ice. Grand Forks is on sides. They re-enter the attacking zone. Yana making her way towards the net, looking to score. High glove side, strong wrist shot. And I believe that went off the shoulder of Reagan Wilson. Now in the later stages of period number 2, Grand Forks really starting to apply some pressure offensively. 30 seconds to go in the second. Chloe Groven on the near wall. Passes it back to Botnan. Botnan to O'Connell at the far point. She throws it towards the high slot. And teams will fight for possession. And it will be Spanier who's able to clear. And it's tipped by some Knightrider sticks. Icing called off. Botnan from her own blue line. Pokes it off the boards. Trying to spring Sigdahl free on a rush. Now just 5 seconds remaining. West Fargo thinking that they have one more chance on the rush. Entering the attacking zone for West Fargo is Stocker, but time expires. 34 minutes in the books. It's still 1-0 Grand Forks. That goal coming back in the first period from Elena Marto still holds as the difference. It's Knightriders 1, West Fargo 0 on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring you the second intermission. This is North Dakota Girls High School Hockey on KNOX.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto in Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
Welcome back to our coverage of North Dakota Girls High School Hockey on the KNOX Live Sports Network. My name is Sam Jensen. I'm doing play-by-play for this broadcast between the Knightriders and West Fargo United. Our cameraman is Joey Spanger, the eyes of the KNOX Live Sports Department. After 2 periods of play, it's Grand Forks still leading over West Fargo by a score of 1-0. The shots are 16-13 in favor of West Fargo United, according to our official stat sheet on the scoreboard inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. It's 17-13 in favor of Grand Forks, but the official statistician says otherwise. It has been West Fargo United leading in shots on net both in periods number 1 and period number 2. In the first, it was West Fargo United outpacing Grand Forks in the shot department 9-7. However, in that first period, Grand Forks was able to get a goal. A deflection, Elena Marto looking for a centering feed as she entered the offensive zone. Centering feed from the goal line that was deflected off of a West Fargo defender, went into the back of the net. That seems to be the only way that any of these goaltenders are going to have a puck get past them. Need to try get more bodies in front of the net for both of these teams to cause more deflections, because both of these goaltenders, both sophomore Reagan Wilson for West Fargo and senior Kylie Schmaltz, have been dialed in throughout the course of this matchup. Still a 1-0 game. And then in period number 2, the shots were still in favor of West Fargo United. They led in that second period 7-6 in the shots department. Only one penalty in that second period. That was a nice breath of fresh air after there were 6 whistled against both of these teams, 3 against Grand Forks, 3 against West Fargo. No team has scored with the skater advantage, and then there was only one penalty called in that second period. It was against West Fargo's Emerson Deedy. The captain went to the box for a tripping minor at the 8:02 mark. Grand Forks unable to take advantage. But it really felt like the Knightriders were able to regain control of this game offensively during the later stages of period number 1, and then in the early stages of period number 2. It really felt like West Fargo had all of the momentum. They were dominating the offensive zone possession. But then a switch flipped. It was that third or fourth shift in the second period where Grand Forks really started to do a better job on the forecheck to keep the puck in their offensive zone for longer stretches of time. And that shows on the scoreboard, and I really do trust the shots on net that are featured on the scoreboard. Now I look at another department, and I think I may have been looking at what I could be looking at is the saves. So it is the saves I was looking at. It's 16 saves for West Fargo's Reagan Wilson and 13 saves for Kylie Schmaltz. So the shots are correct here on the scoreboard. I thought that that was an unusual contradiction, as the official statisticians or the individuals in the penalty box, the timekeepers here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. So in fact, the shots are still 17-13 in favor of Grand Forks. They outpaced West Fargo United in the first period 10-7, and then in the second period they outshot West Fargo United 7-6. This is not our only broadcast tonight. We also have coverage available for you for high school basketball taking place over at Red River, as Grand Forks Red River has a doubleheader against West Fargo Cheyenne. Adrian Cummings and Luca Carpenter, the counterparts of myself and Joey Spanger, are taking care of our coverage for that game as well. And of course, none of our coverage for Greater Grand Forks High School athletics would be possible without the support of our sponsors, in particular the sponsors of this intermission report, which is brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel since the 19th century. And also High Plains Water. High quality water will improve every aspect of your life. Clearer skin, softer clothes, and better tasting water. Upgrade your water system today with High Plains Water. Them and Grand Forks Welding, the sponsors of our intermission report. And a reminder that our coverage of Greater Grand Forks High School athletics comes to you completely free. No subscription that is necessary, no paywall that exists. So please support those who support us, whether it's an ad that you hear myself mention during our broadcast, or it's an ad that you see during one of our breaks. None of our coverage would be possible without our great supporters on the KNOX Live Sports Network. So we're going to take another break, hear a word from those sponsors. When we come back, we'll wrap up the second intermission report, getting ready for period number 3. Grand Forks 1, West Fargo 0, after 2 on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Welcome back to our coverage of North Dakota girls high school hockey on the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage. Check out their specialized seeds at rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales, trailer parts, trailer rentals, trailer service, all available at Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks. Check out, I believe they're all settled into their new location, so a growing business in the region and a proud supporter of KNOX Live Sports. Them and Rivard's Turf and Forage are our premier network sponsors. After 2 periods of play, once again still 1-0 here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. One goal was scored by Elena Marto. Once again, that coming all the way back at the 5:04 mark of period number 1. There have been no goals since, a whole lot of penalties since then, but neither team has been able to take advantage on special teams, and that will give us an opportunity to segue into a review of what we had as our keys to the game. These keys to the game were brought to you by Jarrell Sports here in Grand Forks on Washington Street. See what's new for the season? Stop in today at Jarrell Sports, and you can see that both teams had special teams included in their keys to success for tonight's conference matchup against one another. Grand Forks wanting to capitalize on the power play. So far, they're 0 for 4. West Fargo looking to improve on the power play. So far, they are 0 for 3, and we talked about it during the pregame report. Unsure, might need to have that stat audited, but what was shown on the North Dakota High School Hockey website is West Fargo currently a team that's scoring 3.4 goals per game, only with the 4% success rate on the skater advantage, and that's even more difficult to believe considering how well West Fargo has played. They haven't put the puck in the back of the net on the power play, but they've been generating a lot of offensive zone opportunities, some grade A scoring chances, so really hard to believe that West Fargo is only operating at that 4% success rate on the power play so far this season. But that percentage continuing to drop as they are 0 for 3 tonight. No penalties taken by Grand Forks in that second period, only one by West Fargo. So Kelly Kilgore doing a good job of getting his team to play some more disciplined hockey in that second period of play. but they have not been able to take advantage of their opportunities on the power play. 0 for 4 are Grand Forks, even at one point had a 5-on-3 for about 35 seconds. We're unable to take advantage of that two-skater advantage back in period number 1. Both teams skating back out onto the ice, so we are just about ready for the start of period number 3. We're going to take one final break. When we come back, third period of action between Grand Forks and West Fargo on KNOX.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
We welcome you back. We are ready to go. Both teams back in their benches besides the 5 skaters and a goaltender for each of these teams returning to the playing surface. Clean sheet of ice inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. This third period will be brought to you by PS Garage Doors. The PS stands for Pride in Service. We're ready to roll. The officials that we have on hand tonight, on the lines is Brooks Anderson, and then our referees wearing the orange stripes are going to be Luke Charbonneau and Red Nordic, and we are ready to roll for period number 3. Grand Forks with an opportunity. Here's Ella Bry entering the attacking zone. Her shot from the top of the near circle gets deflected on its way towards the net. Marto will then take the rebound and deposit it to the near corner, where West Fargo is able to cleanly break it out towards center ice. Dusty Balick trying to handle a bouncing puck, slides it over to her defensive partner, Elizabeth Kilgore, who gets it out to the West Fargo blue line. West Fargo quickly moving it through center ice, not doing so cleanly. Ella Bry with a nice touch pass to Marto, streaking through, but a good step up by West Fargo's Spanier will cause Grand Forks to just dump this one deep and go for a line change. Peyton Stockert with a stretch pass to the far side. Emma Hasler entering the attacking zone on the far wall, looking for an odd angle shot, gets deflected, comes to the near corner. Chloe Groven passes it forward, unable to get connected cleanly with the intended target of Paige Meager, but no icing is called. Retreating back to her own end is Stella Jimberline. Good job holding the zone on the far side by Kiera Botnan. It'll ring around all the way to the near corner. Solid forecheck being on display early on here in the third period. Grand Forks holding on to that 1-goal advantage. Scored all the way back at the 5:04 mark of period number 1 by Elena Marto. A redirect goal went on for West Fargo defender. No fault of anyone on the ice, just a centering feed. As we have an icing whistled against Grand Forks, a centering feed from Marto at the goal line. That's where the pass originated from. Went off of a West Fargo defender's stick into the back of the net. And like we mentioned during the last intermission break, that might be the recipe for success for West Fargo. As right now, Kylie Schmaltz is dialed in. She's stopped all 13 shots that she's faced. And there's shot number 14, a dangerous rebound. An opportunity off the draw for West Fargo, but the senior goaltender standing strong once again. Puck comes to the Grand Forks line. Hazel O'Connell skates it up to the red line. Pass over to the far side. Ava Walsh shot. Gets blocker saved to the near wall. Takeaway for Grand Forks. Doing so is Chloe Erickson. Her shot gets deflected to the far corner. West Fargo clears back to her own line is Eliana. Nice touch pass back to Kilgore to the far red line. Kilgore trying to pass it off the boards to herself. Grand Forks offsides. They will not touch up. We play on. Jimberline facing pressure. She's able to clear it along the near wall. A touch pass from Rude goes over to Williamson. Williamson gets stopped at the Grand Forks line. Back to Rude. She's able to enter the attacking end for West Fargo. Dusty Balick gets a return pass from Elizabeth Kilgore back to the near corner. Her clearing attempt is successful. Here's Ella Bry skating in. Ella Bry on the rush, and making the save for West Fargo is their sophomore netminder, Reagan Wilson, standing tall once again. Back and forth action we go here in period number 3. Still 1-0, 14-13 remaining in regulation. Will be an offensive zone draw for the Knightriders to the left of Wilson. It will be taken by Groven. She's going up against Stalker. It's won by Grand Forks. Bry in the far corner, trying to get it back to the points. It gets loose puck, comes back to Jocelyn Kuhl. Her spin around shot will miss wide, and West Fargo collects the loose puck, and they dump it all the way down. Icing is waved off. Botnin is going to throw it off the glass, but Stalker holds the zone for West Fargo. Stalker's shot blocked on its way towards the net. An opportunity streaking towards the net for West Fargo was Hasler, just whacking at a bouncing puck. It was gloved by Schmaltz. And now West Fargo will have an offensive zone draw to the left of Schmaltz. Will be taken by Stalker. It's won by Marto. Marto back to Balick, who directs it to the far corner. West Fargo hard on their forecheck, holds the zone. Spanier with it at the goal line. Gets it taken away by Kilgore. Also providing pressure on that far wall for Grand Forks is Nora Lord, able to get it out to center ice for the Knightriders. Comes back into the defensive zone. Marto passes it to Lord. Lord crosses the red line, and she'll dump this one deep behind the net of West Fargo. Back to collect it is Josephson. Josephson brings it to the half wall. Nice step up by Dusty Balick. And after taking some time, able to clear that one is Ogdahl. Only for a moment, Grand Forks takes it in the neutral zone, and they dump it right back deep. Balick with another good offensive zone hold. Throwing a shot towards the net, gets deflected. A bouncing puck, and electing to just hop on top of that one for a stoppage will be Reagan Wilson. So the clock will stop with 12:54 remaining in regulation. Shots on net in favor of Grand Forks, 21-14 on our All True Health System scoreboard. The Knightriders leading West Fargo 1-0. Botnin shot from the point, looking for a deflection. Instead, it makes its way all the way to the net, and once again, Wilson will hop on top of it for another stoppage. 12:48 remaining in period number 3. Eliana will take this offensive zone draw to the left of Wilson. It will be won by West Fargo to the far wall, but possession is controlled by Grand Forks. Yana back to O'Connell, top of the near circle. Her shot goes in. Hazel O'Connell gives Grand Forks a 2-goal lead. With 12:39 remaining in period number 3, Hazel O'Connell, the 8th grade defender, gets her first of the year, and Grand Forks is up 2-0. Take a deep breath, Knightriders fans. You now have a 2-goal lead with 12:39 remaining. That will be O'Connell from Marto. We'll see if a secondary assist is also listed from our public address announcer here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. 12.5 to go. The level of urgency just took a huge increase for West Fargo. Kiera Botnin also being credited with an assist on that goal. So it will be O'Connell from Marto and Botnin to give Grand Forks an insurance goal, as we'll have a whistle on the ice with 12:09 remaining. Believe it was offsides. West Fargo entering the attacking end. Someone entered the zone before the puck did, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off on the Grand Forks blue line with just over 12 minutes remaining here in regulation. Big insurance goal for the Knightriders, scored by the 8th grader, her first of the year. Kilgore goes D-to-D with Balick. Balick trying to force it up along the near wall, facing pressure. West Fargo will hold the offensive zone. Good pressure applied by Groven, forcing that one to come back to the neutral zone. It will be dumped back deep by Madison Adland. Balick below the goal line. Sturdy skater, passes it to the far wing. An errant pass could lead to an opportunity for West Fargo. Looking for a deflection, pushing that one towards the net was Matilla, but unable to get a clean shot off. Also in front of the net was Reagan Mathias, but they were not able to get a shot off when that puck bounced towards the front of the net. Kilgore throws that one up into the crowd. Watch out for flying pucks. Nobody appears to be hurt. And this will lead to a defensive zone draw for the Knightriders. 11:20 remaining in regulation. Big insurance goal scored. The only scoring that we have. Elena Marto got it started in the first period at the 5:04 mark. And then at the 4:21 mark of period number 3, Grand Forks got the insurance goal from the 8th grader Hazel O'Connell. West Fargo, nice stretch pass to the near side. Here comes Hasler. Hasler trying to put a shoulder down to make her way towards the net, but her progress is stopped by O'Connell. Now O'Connell has possession below the goal line. She'll utilize the glass to get this one out to center ice, and this could spring free. Grand Forks' number 16, Paige Meager, but good defense there for West Fargo to negate what could have been a breakaway opportunity for the Knightriders. Here's Meager's shot from the top of the near circle near the boards. Looking to catch Reagan Wilson by surprise, but she's going to make the save and hold on to it. So a stoppage with 10:39 remaining in regulation. Another offensive zone draw upcoming for Grand Forks. This face-off is brought to you by Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. Offensive zone draw won by Grand Forks. Comes back to O'Connell looking for a deflection in front. Ava Walsh got a stick on it, but the puck misses wide of the net. Now the teams will battle for it in the far corner. Botnan steps in from her point on her position at the blue line to force West Fargo to regroup. Now they come back over to the far side. Good skating on display from Stella Jimberline. She turns it over at her own blue line. Sigdahl has it in the near corner. She advances it to Walsh, who will give chase to the far corner. Walsh receiving some support from Yana. Pokes free, West Fargo. Jimberline doing a good job stick handling in her own zone. Gets it out to center ice. They only make it to the red line. Grand Forks is able to take it away there, and they dump it deep. Knightriders go for a line change. West Fargo with plenty of time to break this one out. That was deflected, so icing is called off. Chasing after it is Hasler. She has it behind the Knightrider net. Hasler receiving some support from her line mate Ogdahl. Now Ogdahl pokes this one to Stocker, comes back to the point for Spanier. Spanier throws it below the goal line. Balick is going to ring it around to the near point. Waiting for it there is Adlin. Adlin's shot towards the net is blocked. Good job getting in front of that one was Ella Bry. Pass back to the point for West Fargo, not able to be corralled by Adlin. So West Fargo will have to regroup, and Kilgore will pass it to her defensive partner, Dusty Balick, who will chip it high off the glass out towards center ice. D to D, West Fargo goes. Here's Spanier. Spanier putting on the brakes. Hands it off to Ogdahl. Her shot from the blue line gets deflected to the far corner. Centering feed comes all the way to the near wall, and Dusty Balick doesn't even take time to dust that one off. She throws it 200 feet down the entire length of the ice, and we have another TV timeout. This should be our final of the game. It's Knightriders 2, West Fargo 0 on KNOX Live Sports. We'll be right back.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Welcome back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the Rivard Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Big insurance goal scored at the 4:21 mark of this third period to give Grand Forks a 2-0 lead. West Fargo now feeling an extra sense of urgency, trailing by 2. They've been applying pressure the last couple of shifts. Will they be able to beat the netminder, Kylie Schmaltz? She's stopped all 14 shots she's seen so far. With it at the point is Jimberline, looking for a deflection in front. It does get deflected, but does not make its way on net. Gets directed to the near corner, comes back to the point. Shot is blocked in front. Good job by Kilgore. Marto deflects that one out towards center ice. Then she passes it to the near wall. Sigdahl gives chase, loses that foot race, and West Fargo is unable to clear. Now a turnover at the blue line. This is going to be a breakaway for Matilla. Matilla all by herself, not able to hammer it home. Big save by Kylie Schmaltz as Kalaya Matilla coming in all by herself. Stick handling, looked like she lost control right at the last second, but was still able to push the puck towards the net. But Schmaltz, keeping that 5-hole closed, keeps it a 2-0 game in favor of Grand Forks. Best opportunity of the night for West Fargo. Matilla forcing a turnover at her own blue line, springs free for a breakaway of her own, but she is stopped by the senior netminder for Grand Forks, Kylie Schmaltz. West Fargo still maintaining offensive zone pressure. Stalker trying to get this one back high. It gets tipped, and Chloe Erickson is not able to clear. Here's Ogdahl. Ogdahl throwing it towards the net. Schmaltz makes the save. Rebound comes to the near wall. Back to the point. Here's Williamson. Williamson with another shot. Some more net front presence being displayed by West Fargo, but Schmaltz is seeing the pucks the entire way. In front of the net that time was Hasler. Now she has the puck in the near corner, putting her shoulder down. Hasler's going to hand this one off to Ogdahl. West Fargo loses possession in the slot, and Grand Forks is going to clear. Doing so is Paige Meager. Botnan in her own zone will clear. It went off the glove of Emerson Deedy, so icing is waved off. 6:50 to go here in regulation. Grand Forks still leading 2-0. Going end to end is Olivia Van Dam. She'll deposit this one below the goal line of Grand Forks, and the forecheck for West Fargo goes to work. Matthias throws a shot towards the net. It rings around to the far hash marks. It's collected there by Grand Forks, is trying to get a number there, but that is going to be number 7, Jocelyn Kuhl, who makes the decision to dump that one all the way down. It will be an icing and a defensive zone draw for the Knightriders that will be taken to the right of Kylie Schmaltz. Kylie Schmaltz now has made 17 saves, all 17 shots fired against her. She has stopped. And we play on. Marto wins the faceoff to the far wall where Kilgore will chip it off the boards. Icing is called off. Back to collect it for West Fargo is going to be Adland. West Fargo quickly gets it out to center ice, but Marta will collect it at her own blue line, passes it off the boards to herself. Now she enters the attacking zone on the far wall. She'll ring it around to the near corner where she gives chase with Sigdahl. Puck springs free. Here comes an opportunity for Grand Forks at the side of the net. That shot coming from Nora Lord. Her second grade A opportunity right on top of the crease. Not a whole lot of room to operate for Lord, but she's had 2 of those chances. Stopped for the second time by Reagan Wilson, who's made 23 saves of her own. Defensive zone draw won by West Fargo. Ava Josephson has it behind her own net. She'll ring it around to the half wall on the far side. Waiting for it there is Hasler. Hasler skating through center ice, passes it forward, goes off the skates of her line mate Ogdahl. Ogdahl still with an opportunity off the rush. Her shot gets deflected. Now Marto has it behind her net. She'll ring it around all the way to the far side. Josephson stops it from exiting the zone. An errant pass comes all the way back and will exit the offensive zone for West Fargo. They will have to regroup. Sigdahl has it at her own line. Cross-ice pass gets deflected, but Ava Walsh is able to get there at the far wall. Walsh being pressed up against the wall. Passes it back to her defender, Elizabeth Kilgore. Kilgore's pass to the near side, trying to get connected with Meager. And a turnover at the blue line for West Fargo. Here they come back the other way. This is Spanier. Spanier in the near corner. Good defense being applied by O'Connell. Now receiving some support from Eliana in the near corner. 2 blue jerseys, 2 gray jerseys. Some high-effort hockey on display. 2 very solid teams in North Dakota girls high school hockey, the number 4 and 5 seeds, as the standings currently are. A win in regulation for Grand Forks means they would tie for 3rd place. They would be in a current tie with Bismarck Century, a team who the Knightriders have beaten previously this season. Here's an opportunity for Grand Forks, trying to make her way towards the net was Yana, but she has that one stripped away by Peyton Stocker. Stocker trying to spring Hasler loose, but coming out of her net to make the save is Kylie Schmaltz. Pass just a little too strong. Hasler chasing it down, would have had a breakaway if it was just a hair softer. Instead, Kylie Schmaltz just comes 2-3 feet outside of her crease, hops on top of it for a stoppage. 4:14 to go in regulation. Defensive zone draw to the left of Schmaltz. It's won by West Fargo to the near wall. Looking to get a shot on net, and doing so is the defender Lyanna Williamson. But making that save is going to be Schmaltz. 4:07 remaining in regulation. Shots on net 25-18 in favor of the Knightriders. Offensive zone draw won by West Fargo, but they're going to have to retreat to their own blue line. Kilgore makes a play at her own blue line to prevent an odd man rush opportunity for West Fargo. Balick retreats to the near corner in the defensive zone. Puck springs to the middle of the slot, but waiting for it there was Chloe Erickson, unable to clear. Good active stick there by Erickson. Puck still bouncing around in the low slot, comes back to the near point. Here's Jimberline. Jimberline throws it below the goal line. Dusty Balick will deflect it off the near boards, and it will come out to the red line. 3:25 to play. Forcing a turnover at center ice. Here's Chloe Groven. Groven gets forced to the far corner. Has it taken away. Here's Ogdahl. Groven, aggressive on the forecheck, takes a whack at it, comes to the near corner. And Jimberline will ring it around to the near side for Hasler. Hasler trying to spring Ogdahl. Pass too strong. Mardo makes a nice move at the red line, enters the attacking zone, throws a shot towards the net from the top of the far circle. It's deflected. Grand Forks holds on to possession. Paige Meager comes back to the point for Botnin. Botnin with a turnover at the blue line. West Fargo could have had an odd man rush opportunity if they would have just went north after that turnover. But instead, the brief hesitation allows Grand Forks to regain possession at center ice, and they're going to throw this one behind the net of West Fargo. Here's Spanier trying to pass this one forward to Van Dam. Eventually gaining possession is Josephson. She throws it out towards center ice, and West Fargo enters the zone offsides. A bouncing puck and a little bit too eager to enter the attacking end. And you got to anticipate a potential timeout, and there it is, called by the head coach of West Fargo, Kennedy Blair. We'll be right back. 2:17 left to play. Grand Forks leading West Fargo 2-0 on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Timeout called by West Fargo. It's brought to you by our partners at Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. The net is empty for West Fargo, so we're going to skate 6-on-5. Skater advantage, the extra attacker on the ice for West Fargo. Dusty Balick has a shot. Thought that may have been deflected, but it wasn't. Shot originating from the Grand Forks blue line, firing towards an open net. It will miss, so it's an icing call. 2:07 remaining here in regulation. Grand Forks receiving that big insurance goal at the 4:21 mark here of the third period from the 8th grader. Her first goal of the season, could be her first career goal. Hazel O'Connell. West Fargo intentionally missing the net wide there, looking for a redirect. The teams battle for possession below the goal line. It's going to spring to Kilgore in the low slot. Her clearing attempt misses maybe a couple feet right. Looking for a long-range goal for Kilgore, and she makes the indication to her bench. She says it was that close to having a 3/4 of the ice length goal. So now we're down to 1:49 remaining in regulation. Faceoff will be taken to the right of Schmaltz, the netminder for Grand Forks. One to the far wall, possession controlled, not controlled, teams fighting for it, and Grand Forks will dump it down once again. Eliana taking a whack at it that time. Grand Forks very comfortable to, if this next minute 39 takes 30 minutes of real time, they don't care. They know that just icing the puck is their safest option. Do not allow West Fargo to gain any momentum to bring this game within one. They get an offensive zone draw win, not seeing that one on its way with Schmaltz. Shot originating from Spanier. West Fargo maintains possession in the offensive zone. Here's Jimberline down low. Team still fighting for possession. Yana has it behind her own net. Skating to the far side, being pestered the entire time by Matthias. Finally, this one goes all the way down. Able to clear it was Yana, and we'll have another icing call. So this final minute and a half actually might take 15 or 20 minutes. Kelly Kilgore, the head coach for Grand Forks, more than comfortable with that being the case as long as that puck stays out of the back of the net. His veteran defenders on the blue line and his senior goaltender putting together an impressive performance thus far. Still got to close it out. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in period number 3. West Fargo trailing Grand Forks by a score of 2-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard. 1 minute remaining. Hasler rounding the net. Her centering feed comes to Josephson. Josephson back to Hasler. Hasler had a wide open Ogdahl on the back post, but not able to get a whack at it. Good break up there by O'Connell on a centering feed. Now she's going to give chase to the near corner. Throws it off the boards. Not able to clear is Grand Forks. Puck gets deflected towards the net. Hopping on top of it will be Schmaltz. Now with 35.6 seconds remaining here in regulation. And now we'll have a timeout called by Kelly Kilgore in Grand Forks. We'll take it with them. 2-0, Grand Forks leading West Fargo on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Knightrider hockey on the Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're down to the final 35 seconds. The Knightriders holding on to a 2-0 lead over West Fargo on our All True Health System scoreboard. Shots are in favor of Grand Forks, 25-19 in that department. This draw will be taken to the left of Schmaltz. Taking it for West Fargo will be Peyton Stocker. Yana will take it for Grand Forks. Stocker wins it forward. She's going to get a shot for herself. It gets deflected high up over the net. Deflects over to the far corner. Looking for a long distance goal. This one will go in. Grand Forks gets the empty netter. This time it's courtesy of Ella Bry with 21 seconds remaining in the game. So at the 16:39 mark of period number 3, Ella Bry gets the goal for Grand Forks, and that should put this game on ice. It's 3-0, Grand Forks leading over West Fargo with 20 seconds remaining. Back in the net is Reagan Wilson. Marto gives chase. She breaks her stick on that clearing attempt. She goes to the bench for a new one. Grand Forks fighting to clear this one, and they're able to do it. It's a 3-0 shutout victory for Grand Forks. They beat West Fargo on the Rivard Surf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. A 3-0 shutout win for Grand Forks and their senior goaltender, Kylie Schmaltz. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to bring you through our post-game show. This has been Knight Rider Hockey on KNOX.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades, or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
We are now in the post-game show after that 3-0 win for the Knightriders over West Fargo United. That will improve the record for Grand Forks. They now move to 9-2 overall on the season, 8-2 in state play. West Fargo will drop to 6-5 on the season overall, and they will drop to 5-5 in the state play. Actually, I'm not sure what the state record is there. Let's pull up. The state record for West Fargo United is 6-3, so they will drop to 6-4. Grand Forks will improve to 8-2. We're now in the post-game show. This post-game show is brought to you by Spray Advantage, everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm, and also the Ski and Bike Shop, where your next adventure begins. Check out their ski selection, whether you do cross-country skiing or downhill skiing, where your next adventure begins on South Washington at the Ski and Bike Shop. We'll take you through a scoring summary here, all the way back to period number 1 at the 5:04 mark of the first. Elena Marto with a deflection. She was trying to center a pass originating from the goal line. It goes off of a West Fargo defender and into the back of the net. That was the only score we had until period number 3, until the 4:21 mark, when Grand Forks got a much-needed insurance. You could hear a collective sigh of relief from the home fans here inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. Scoring that one for Grand Forks was Hazel O'Connell. The assist on that one coming from Elena Marto, and now just receiving the official box score here. Apologize for that delay. The assist on that goal coming from Kiera Botnin and Elena Marto. And then at with 16:39 remaining in period number 3, Grand Forks was able to make it a 3-0 game at the 16:39 mark of period number 3. They got an empty net goal at even strength from Ella Bry. So that is our scoring summary. Grand Forks gets 2 at even strength and then 1 with an empty net for West Fargo. So that brings us to a 3-0 game win for Grand Forks over West Fargo. Pitching the shutout for Grand Forks was Kylie Schmaltz. She made 19 saves against West Fargo United, and there were periods where West Fargo was really applying pressure offensively and generating some grade A scoring opportunities, but they were not able to solve the puzzle that is Kylie Schmaltz. An excellent performance. That scoring summary brought to you by our partners at Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter over at Bergstrom Electric. Now we'll move forward to a couple of more awards that we'll hand out, and these awards will be going to the same individual, starting off with our finest auto trim cover of the game. Big or small, they will cover it all, and that's going to be on that breakaway when Grand Forks was only leading 1-0. Coming in all by herself for West Fargo, trying to find the roster here. I believe coming in by herself was Matilla, and shutting the door was Kylie Schmaltz. That came at a big moment in the game early on in period number 3, but that save preserved the 1-0 lead for Grand Forks, and that will be the recipient of tonight's finest auto trim cover of the game. And then our final award to hand out will be our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game, and that will also go to Kylie Schmaltz. How do you not give it to the goaltender who came away victorious in shutout fashion, stopping all 19 shots that West Fargo put on net? Was the senior netminder for Grand Forks, the senior Kylie Schmaltz, the recipient of tonight's PS Garage Doors Player of the Game, and also our finest auto trim cover of the game. This post-game show brought to you by our partners over at Spray Advantage and the Ski and Bike Shop. That'll do it for our coverage of tonight's North Dakota girls high school hockey matchup between Grand Forks and West Fargo. The Knightriders coming away victorious on a Friday night, 3-0 over West Fargo United. From Sam Jensen, Joey Spanger, and the rest of us at KNOX Sports, we wish you a wonderful Friday night and a